Before coming here, many of us agreed to a mission to enter Earth through a human avatar, to forget where we came from, and then to remember again, slowly and through signals. Not all at once, not in words, but in fragments, moments of recognition, sudden knowing, and patterns that repeat until something clicks. This remembering doesn't arrive loudly, it arrives subtly, through timing, sensation, and symbols that the mind can translate. And one of the most universal language of those symbols? Numbers. Numbers are the oldest shared language. They exist beyond culture, beyond belief, and beyond opinion. They're precise, they're neutral, and they're orderly, which is why the awareness often uses them first. When consciousness wants to communicate without distortion, it speaks in sequence, repeating numbers, patterns, clusters that show up again and again until you stop and take notice. And yesterday was one of those days. Yesterday alone, I received an unusual volume of numerical sequences, not one or two, but many, and threading out through all of those numbers, 1212. The 1212 portal was running rampant. I saw that number at least 3 times yesterday throughout the day. And this was, of course, on top of all of the other repeating numbers that I saw. And the energy just felt heightened. The electricity that was running through the air was tangible. The ear ringing was loud. The inner knowing was sharp, and awareness felt tuned in, not scattered. And it wasn't chaotic. It was very precise. And that is when something shifted for me. So for a while now, I've been sharing that numbers don't exist in isolation, that when you journal them over time and look back, that they reveal an entire picture, a story. And I've always known that this is how the language works. And what shifted wasn't the understanding, it was the moment of application. And instead of observing the pattern passively, I engaged it intentionally. I wrote down every number in the order that they appeared without forcing an interpretation in that moment. And as I sat later and translated them gently, one by one, what I already knew was becoming visible. The numbers weren't symbols, they were sentences, and together they formed a message. And as the decoding happened, an image started to come very clear in my inner vision. It was an image of blue beings sitting at a console, calmly focused and observant, and they were monitoring, they were coordinating and working with precision. And I'm not presenting this as a claim, but this is how my awareness translated the experience. The mind uses symbols that it understands, and what was shown to me was coordination, intelligence, order behind the pattern. This is when the interface became very clear. Information doesn't arrive as full sentences, it arrives as data, clues, breadcrumbs, frequency packets. And once that information passes through the awareness, it arrives through, or it's received by the human system in a recognizable form. And for many of us, that form is numbers, repeating numbers, sequences, patterns that persist until we engage them. And these aren't random, these are confirmations, course corrections, and signs that the signal is very much active. The numbers aren't meant to be read alone, they're meant to be read together. Each number is a sentence, and together they form a paragraph. So I'm going to show you exactly how I took the numbers from a single day and read them as one complete transmission. What follows are the exact numerical sequences that I received just yesterday, and how they translate when read as a single message.
1212. A new path is opening. Stay aligned with your higher choice. This is a doorway number. 143. Love is guiding your next step, not romance, higher support. 1043. Your timeline is reorganizing behind the scenes. These are invisible shifts that are already in motion. 1242. You're receiving higher intuitive instructions, so pay attention. This is a download code. 321. A reset is in motion, so let the old fall away. This is countdown energy. 9994. A cycle has completed. Activation is beginning. Old self dissolves and a new identity is being anchored. 111. Your manifestation field is open. Choose your thoughts carefully. This is instant creation.
When you place the numbers together, this is the full transmission. A new doorway is opening and love is guiding your next move. Your timeline is quietly shifting in your favor, and you're receiving intuitive instructions right now. Countdown is happening because a major cycle is ending and a new activation is anchoring. Your manifestation field is open. Speak only what you want. This is how the universe speaks, not in single numbers, but in conversation. And once you understand the language, you can start to respond. Guys, this is the beauty of the language that we're learning. Numbers arrive as signals, sequences arrive as sentences. And when you take the time to observe, journal, and then translate them, a complete message unfolds, coherent, complete, and alive. Now, today we witnessed one day. This is just one day of transmission. We saw the 1212 portal in full swing. We decoded the signals, and then we glimpsed the intelligence behind the pattern. Now, tomorrow I'll be going on to the next steps. We're going to start going back and looking at, if numbers can come in, then they must be able to go out, right? So tomorrow is about the cheat codes that fell in my lap. Numerical frequencies that you can consciously place into your field. Each code is a single breadcrumb, a focused signal. This is to communicate with the same system that sent these numbers to us. So it's not magic, it's not superstition, it's alignment, it's conversation. So if you've been wondering how to respond or how to turn your numbers into action, make sure that you stay tuned for tomorrow and the next transmission, because it's getting crazy in here. But anyway, until then, ground crew, stay aware, notice the sequences, feel the signals, and prepare to send your first code back into the field. That's it for me. Jeanette out. Namaste.